What is going on, people, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the football universe? This is another episode of the Footy Fantasy Podcast. Listen, it is a very special one. This is the season that the Lord has made, and some of us will rejoice. Some of us will be glad in it. That's all I'm saying. Look. We come here to you like clockwork. Every Sunday, we're here. Every Sunday, we're talking shit. Every Sunday, we're trolling. Every Sunday, we're cooking. Bro, EJ. My sister. How you doing? How you doing, EJ? You know what's crazy? Guys,
so
me and EJ we're not neighbors, but, we live in the same city. So,
yeah, you promised me a visit. I don't even see you in my neighborhood.
Listen, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up. Just don't call the police on a brother. How you doing, EJ?
Awesome. Today's a great day. You can see my name. It says EJ2855. I'm proud of my team. Wonderful day for us.
Good to see. I see you also got that that Arsenal jersey. They say dress how you want to be addressed. So you know what I'm saying. That jersey looks like is that the second kit? That's the second kit,
the third kit of 2000 and something. It's an old jersey.
Okay, so it's not number one. Cool.
But blue is my favorite color.
Obviously, It's not number one. Yeah.
Of course, it's not number one.
No.
Not like Ola. What's going on, my brother? Always a pleasure. Always good.
Thank you.
To talk to you, bro.
I need therapy, so that's why I decided to jump on and, I can't, I'm all cried out. So I need to laugh at some people. So just to make myself feel better.
Look,
Shameless gang. Yeah.
Wi-Fi handshake. Exactly.
Wi-Fi handshake. Shameless gang. Yeah. I'm all cried out. I need to laugh at people. Please.
Hey, we are here. Wait. I think comments have started flying in.
I can imagine.
EJ, by the way, that is my brother. From actually the same mother and the same father. So if you're getting cooked by him, just know that it runs in the family. My brother.
So I'm not gonna lie. My eyes are not good. I can't see what he said. So you have to read the comments out.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I can't. My screen is too small on my phone. I can't see
okay.
anything.
He says good afternoon, EJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, he was just saying hi. Linger girls, please mention my poll about whether Arsenal fans can ever talk to Liverpool fans about the Champions League. Come on now, we don't even have to.
We'll come to that. Please.
I think I know what you're referring to.
Kwame, please, you didn't do housekeeping, so let them get our social media.
I just want to shout some people before I do the housekeeping. Yeah. Good evening, EJ and the honorable panel. Ayo, we greet you. Ayo girls, we hit 2K on Twitter. Shout out to everyone. Yes. And on that note, look. On Twitter, we are at Footy AD Fantasy on Twitter. Well, now X. On IG, we are at Fantasy Footy, and on YouTube, we are at Footy Fantasy. If you don't have, an hour to dedicate to watching these entire episodes, we usually have like highlights posted about 2 days after these shows air, and feel free to watch those highlights. Also, like and share the video, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't done so. With that being said, listen. It is over. The 23-24 season is over. For some of us, I don't know what about you guys. My own season was over like last September. But for the rest of the people who are like normal football fans, people who support normal football teams, their season ended today. Their season ended today. EJ, I want to talk to you. I want you to take us through a journey, right? Of your what kind of roller coaster of emotions were you going through coming into actually from when Tottenham was supposed to beat Man City during the week, right? Talk us through your emotions through your emotions during the week, when Tottenham, did what you didn't want.
Is that a topic or is it an off topic?
Yeah, it is a topic that I'm attaching to the topic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My roller coaster is midweek, Tottenham faced City. I don't believe any sane Arsenal fan expected Tottenham to beat City. So we didn't expect a win versus Tottenham, and we didn't against City, and we didn't expect West Ham to beat City today.
So you're mostly hoping. So you're just hoping.
The idea of hoping is difficult to quantify. You can hope, but expectation is different from hope. So when I say we didn't expect, you couldn't have said. I mean, we know you almost have to go back to Fulham. The last few pods ago, me and the Arsenal team that did the podcast, we kind of agreed that if Fulham didn't take points off City, we couldn't expect anything else. That was our best hope because Fulham was playing well at home. And they had taken points off of us at home. They'd done difficult things at home, but not Tottenham. Tottenham lost to us, lost to Liverpool. The three teams that they were supposed to be the title deciders. We kind of knew once they did that to us and they lost to Liverpool that it was just going to go that way. And again, you guys don't understand the rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham Spurs. When the amount of fans that claimed on Twitter that they would rush the field when City beat Tottenham at Tottenham just gave us everything we needed to understand. And I know Ange, their coach, was very depressed after the game, and he was like, I don't want anyone to think that, he felt his legacy was on the line if anyone thought that he threw that match. Yeah, we know he didn't throw the match. Quality is quality. We knew City was going to beat them. So when you say hope, I know you guys are trying to get a rise out of Arsenal fans saying that, you guys were hoping and then it didn't happen. I'm like,
it's not right.
No.
Do you know why?
Okay. Not
do you
you.
Know why I'm saying that, right?
Genuine human being. Is that boy there with glasses? The other one with glasses that I know for sure. He's just there gleefully happy that, no, I wanted you guys in hopes to be up and I wanted it to be dashed. Whatever. No, that's not what happened. We knew they were going to win, and we knew West Ham wasn't going to win at City on the last day. What are we talking about?
No, not West Ham, but City. To be honest, City against Spurs. City have a very bad record at Spurs. I mean, they've not even scored there. They've not even scored there in the league.
In that stadium.
In that stadium. In that stadium. Yeah, like 5 years, 6 years.
That's possible. That's records, right? But when you talk about runs, like City going on runs towards the end of the season, what do we know about that? They don't lose.
Yeah.
So
but the Spurs gave them a good game, though. To be fair, I mean, the goalkeeper has to make 3 good saves. 3 good saves to keep them up.
Gave them a good game. I saw what Son did. You see what Son did with his one-on-one chance?
Yes, the man understood the assignment.
Yes, exactly. All of a sudden, the pressure got to. I don't know what got to him, but you're just going to give the ball to Ortega. Stop that.
He made a good save, though. He made a good save.
He gave it to the goalkeeper to make a good save.
Okay.
But no, I mean, long story short, I mean, it would have been nice, let's put it that way. But I think ultimately City did what they had to do to win the league, which was not lose a game after they drew with us. And that was it.
So how would you say you feel right now? Like deep inside, are you hurt? Or are you just happy? Are you,
I'm not hurt in the least. I think one thing I mean, I know I've been trolled all day, right? By me. I don't think it's me personally, but by association, sure. And that's one thing I don't like about football is the trolling culture, but we have to live with it. It's ridiculous for me to even say I'm a little bit upset.
Hold up. You just said one thing you don't like about football is the trolling culture.
Absolutely.
You exemplify. You are a walking emblem of the trolling culture. What are you talking about?
With the pimology. With our pimology.
I do not. Like, I really do not. And if you guys leave it, you will see that I don't. But
why do you think I'm like this?
All those pimming used to do. The pimology used to do.
That's me trying to get my team to win.
Why
any amount of trolling I do is reactionary completely.
Why do you think
the bad habits that those people in that group, including both of y'all, have instilled in me? Nah, I'm not a shoulder by nature.
EJ, I want to tell you something. Right. One of the reasons why I have made it one of my life goals to continuously hate Arsenal and troll them, where regardless of what my team is doing, regardless of how my team is doing, you're one of the reasons why I will never get Arsenal's neck.
There's absolutely no way.
You think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? You are the reason. First of all, you used to be a Manchester United fan. Let's just get that out the way.
When I was a child.
Let's just get that out the way. Everybody watching this, EJ 2855 in parentheses used to be a Manchester United fan. Over here talking about she's placed a curse on United, and you're over here sitting down, looking like Rosa Parks, talking about you don't like the trolling culture. You are the culture.
That's a maniacal thing to say. First of all, anything I've said about United is because of y'all. It's because of y'all, United fans. I didn't curse United fans until they started saying crap about Arsenal. If you gotta look at it, everything I do is reactionary. So basically, when you ask me if am I happy or sad, I'm not. Yeah. I can't even imagine that I should be sad about when we're not even expected to win the league this season, and then we got so close. I guess I can't compute a point where I'll be disappointed in how these boys closed out this year. There's no way. We finished 17-1-1. I haven't seen them do anything like that. You want me to be upset? Okay. What is going on? It makes no sense. In December, how did we start? How did we do it in December? Out of 15 points, we got 4 points. And we finished second after that. And someone wants me to be upset. That doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I have that scoreline there. Arsenal's never made 28 points. We've never won 28 games in the history of the game. So this is a good season for us. All we can do is build on it. That's all I'm going to do.
All right, I'm gonna go to Ola. Tell me what your thoughts are about this title race. I mean, you guys were in the title race as well, at least up until the last
April.
Yeah. And you can talk about the whole Arsenal Man City thing, and then you guys as well, and especially with Klopp leaving today.
Well, the title race itself, I can understand why maybe Arsenal fans probably won't feel too sad because they've gotten, this is 2 points, they finished 2 points off City. So that's as close. Well, it's not 1 point behind City, like Liverpool finished twice, but 2 points behind City is not too bad. So I can understand because they can feel it coming. Like they can see, yes, we're getting closer to that. But newsflash, it's still painful. So you can't tell me it's easy to hide behind the packet. And do you know why it's easy? Because you people have already made peace with it before the Spurs game, because that's when you knew that. Yeah, you made peace with it, so that's what's taking away the pain.
By Villa, that's the thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the moment, Arsenal, like you said, won 17 out of the last 19 games, which is fantastic. That's title winning form. But the annoying thing is, Man City always do a bit better. When we lost out to them by a point, we won our last 13 games, and they also won their last 13 games, and we finished the point behind them. Then that was 97-point season, 92-point season, the same thing. So I understand what you mean, that you feel proud that, I mean, what more can your team do? You've gotten like 89 points, which should win the league in like 90% of all the seasons of the Premier League. 89 points should be fine enough to win you the league 8 out of 10 times. But because of Man City, it's never enough. It's so crazy. So I understand why the pride is there, but there's also going to be a bit of pain because when you start flashing back, I think you've referenced Aston Villa result and you've referenced Fulham result.
December.
That's when you start thinking, December. You start thinking, man, if you had just gotten one win out of those two, just one win. So that's where the pain comes in, because when you start thinking back, man, all you needed was just that one win, and then you probably have won the league. So, but of course, pride is going to be the overriding feeling. For me, as a Liverpool fan looking from the outside, I just recognize this because, I mean, it has happened to us twice. Like, you do your best, you win all your games, and then City just keep winning too. So I understand it. But for me, I still felt City, you could see they were G3 against Spurs. I know you are looking at it through the eyes of an Arsenal fan, but me, watching as a neutral, That's one-on-one chance was because City were jittery. Because that the guy lost the ball, he didn't know what to do with the ball, and they robbed him of the ball. Akanji, and because they have a bad record at Spurs, so of course it's human. It will play on your mind, even though they were the favorites to win that match. I don't think it was as plain sailing as you guys make it out to be, because the goalkeeper that came on had to make 3 good saves, and Kulusevski almost scored twice, but the Son won. Well, okay, Son, of course, he's usually a good finisher, but I still think he forced the keeper. So, okay, let's not go over old ground. But I mean, for Arsenal fans, yeah, pride should be there. But I think many people are trying to hide their pain. I'm not saying you, especially EJ, but many Arsenal fans are hiding their
her especially.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Jola is saying these things. I don't know where you're getting it from. When I'm not pretending here.
Listen,
so I don't
know.
That's why I said they like to troll me, and I don't troll anyone.
But you do a lot of primology
here right now.
Once you do a lot of primology.
Once we're done on this podcast, EJ will prescribe herself some medicine. I'm telling you.
The idea of PIM is it's like superstition. It's not trolling. I don't understand how PIM has become a trolling thing. I defined how to manipulate games through superstition.
Oh, okay.
She's laughing at us.
No, leave her.
Because y'all are laughing.
Okay, I'll just round up my thoughts. I think it's been a fantastic season for Arsenal. Like, I honestly, I'm not trolling. I thought Arsenal probably will win the champion. I kept saying it on many of but they'll win it. I didn't think you win the league, but I thought Arsenal had a good chance in Champions League because Arsenal didn't concede. No, do you know why? I kept saying it. Arsenal don't concede many. And you stay in games. I mean, you got a lot of set pieces. So I thought they had a good chance in the Champions League. The league, I didn't think Arsenal would win it because I just felt maybe Liverpool will win it or City will win it. But Arsenal have had a good run. But I know how it feels. It's easy. I mean, when this happened with 97 points, I was proud of my team too. And I was hiding behind that pride. But inside, the pain was there. 1 point, losing the league, 1 point. After getting 97 points, we still talk about it up to now.
97 is a lot of points.
Yeah, 97 points. That's crazy. They got 98 points. So what do you want to do? And then 92 points, they got 93 points. What do you want to do? But I mean, in relation to Klopp leaving, because Okafami asked about Klopp. I mean, even Klopp today was saying it was like, congratulations to City. We still have to congratulate them. We know they have their financial shenanigans and all of that. But I mean, we should still start off by congratulating them and say, fair play. We've won 4 in a row. It's not easy. They still have to do it on the pitch. I mean, they still have to win those games on the pitch. Yeah. So, okay.
It's never been done.
It's never been done. So we still have to congratulate them. So Klopp congratulated them and said, well, look, he's off because maybe that's one of the reasons he ran out of energy, because he was like, man, what do you do against the City team? My man just said, look, let me just go. I've done 9 years here. He just started to walk off, and it was quite emotional. I mean, I told DJ that's one of the things I was just coming on Facebook to distract myself because, man, it was too emotional for me. There's just too much going on, too many memories. I'm just like, man, I just need to go and troll people. Let me go and troll Arsenal fans. To make myself feel better. Yes. That's me. Sorry, guys.
Let me take comments. Let me take comments real quick. Okay. Akin goes, I don't be interrupting EJ's therapy session. Yeah, she's in full-blown therapy right now. She's on that couch.
My bad.
Aya goes, hello, but your team, Arsenal, exemplifies the online trolling culture. Exactly. That is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, but you're misconstruing my point. I am not the team. I understand that. Actually, I think that's a perception you guys have when you're not looking inward, but that's a different comment. I don't know what you guys are talking about when you say Arsenal fans are more trolling than United fans. When I see crazy amounts of trolls on Twitter from United fans.
EJ out here talking about looking inward. That's what therapy.
You don't need to look inward because
that's what therapy teaches you.
I think it's a case of people in glass houses throwing stones. I think that's just.
Listen, my own house is not glass anymore. My own house is not glass anymore. My own house is pan. My own house is mud hut. About throwing stones. I'll throw a stone.
Anything about the United States. You guys watch.
EJ waxing lyrical.
Your natural inclinations to troll and whether I'm involved in it. I'm surprised by your comments.
EJ is stressed. You're stressed.
See, you're doing it again. I'm not stressed. I'm just talking.
Your glasses are steaming. Your glasses are steaming right now. You're so stressed.
It's not.
I can go, where's Princess White? Facts. Princess White, where are you? Chidi, where are you? Ovi, where are you, bro? We should be trolling those people. Ovi sat here last week. And was telling me that they are going to win the league. Brother, the same way he sat here last season talking about we are going to win the league. Nah. EJ, why are you scrolling away from the comments that are...
Sorry. I can't see on the screen.
EJ is proud of the boys. Ayo goes, but with 6 out of 7 games to go, you guys had the league in your hands. Exactly, they had the league in their hands, but their hands are looking like...
What's he talking about?
Yeah, your hands are looking like...
Liverpool. Maybe he's talking about Liverpool.
Okay, talk about Liverpool. At no point did they have it in our hands.
Yeah, Liverpool's hands were looking like Jamie Lannister's hands, bro. Like,
yeah,
they were cut off.
But City always had that game in hand. Yeah.
True. Dyer goes, we also need to talk about Pep being the greatest coach to have coached in the Premier League. I have wanted to say I warned you when some dead Pep to come prove himself in England. I actually believe that is a conversation that is worth having, and it is also worth considering whether the Premier League has turned into Farmers League, because us Premier League fans are very, very quick to talk about the Bundesliga, talk about the league, and being a Farmers League. But you know, Bundesliga has been more competitive than at least at the top. It's been more competitive than the Premier League in the last 2 years. The Serie A has been more competitive than the Premier League in the last 4 or 5 years. And what PSG? The French league, maybe not, but certainly, I agree with that. I agree with that thought, Dio. We need to start talking about that. Akin goes, Arsenal has done well sincerely. However, it's always good to see the fans in tears. Oh, absolutely. Ayo goes, unprecedented.
Who's in tears?
Unprecedented 4 in a row, never been done before. True. No, I am talking about Arsenal. Prior to the Villa game, if they won out, they win the league. Liverpool had it in their hands.
Yeah, we still were in top though.
Huh?
I'm going to make a comment about this, which I didn't say it at the time. I thought it was hilarious when it happened. I'm sorry to cut you off. And it may sound like a dig at Liverpool fans, but it's interesting. That week where we lost, it was Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace, the game before us, and then we lost. And what's his name? Trent Arnold came out maybe it was the same day or the next day, and said that Arsenal, they still have that mentality. He questioned our mentality that day, because he was like, Arsenal saw us and probably lost that game because the pressure was on them to win, and they knew that if they had won that game, they would have gone on top. And they capitulated under that pressure. And I was like, anybody else says this and it makes sense, but not you, TAA, who's on the team that could have also gone up that same day and was in the title challenge, judging us for being mentally bereft while your team lost a game that would have put you in the same position. So when I hear that we lost to Aston Villa, and then all of a sudden that's the moment, I don't think it's that simple. I mean, I don't think 17-1-1 is a bad run.
It's not.
Yes, I hate Aston Villa, by the way, and God punish United, everything. God punish what's his name, Martinez. God punish that whole
on Sunday.
I see
EJ does not pro.
When they come to Champions League, they'll fall into Europa, and he can win Europa like he always does. God punish him. But apart from that, I'm like, no, whatever. Good run. Good half of the season. Don't tell me we capitulated. We capitulated last season. I 100% agree. That was like a fall game after game after game with the running. We capitulated. This one was 1 loss and it was 2 breakaway goals. And stop that. Ayo,
behave yourself.
I'll do Ayo because I know he's an Emery apologist. In his mind, he's like, I want these Arsenal fans that they will regret. Man, go away. Emery and Ayo and
EJ is not vexing at all. She's not vexing at all.
EJ is not vexing at all.
You're just reminding me who I'm really angry at. That guy.
EJ is not vexing at all. EJ, you need some water?
Let's not interrupt the therapy session. So let's
I'm good now.
You're good? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
EJ, breathe.
Just do one.
Not to you, Ola. To you.
Okay, Ola, I wanna talk about. We're gonna go into the next topic very soon. The most overrated and underrated player, and manager and stuff. But let me take quick comments, and after comments, I want you to talk very, very briefly about the scenes at Anfield today, Klopp leaving, player crying, all that. But let me take comments real quick. 17-1-1 is title winning form, but down the clutch, when you get presented an opportunity, you take it. I can go 17-1-1.
I can't see the comments. Who said that?
Ayo said it. Ayo said it.
Ayo. Can't you block this Ayo today? I know this is his podcast.
You want me to block the owner? You want me to block the owner of the podcast?
I don't want to hear it. What are you talking about? 17-1-1 and they're running. Apart from Liverpool and City. What's going on? You might be 1-1-17 and you're talking
I'm just gentle. I don't want one. Just
what's going on?
He wants to block the podcast owner. Imagine.
EJ Mugabe. Well done. EJ Mugabe.
He wants to block the owner of the podcast.
Okay, go 17-1-1 is not a bad run, but it reeks of trophyless. No armpits, bro. Look, Ola, did they do this to this season?
I'm coming to that.
Arsenal fans, all of them must have body odor because they can't show their armpits. Seriously, they can't show that. Ayo goes. Funny enough, I think Arsenal will win the league next season. My brother, stop talking about next season. I have been saying this.
He's not showing us now. What are you talking about next? He doesn't believe that.
Akin goes, as they sweet us, you depend them, as they depend them, they sweet us. I'll nap well after this podcast.
Block that one too.
You think I'm going to block my brother? This is nepotism. We are not blocking our siblings. Ayo goes, I have not been critical of Arsenal. I've been big on them from the beginning of the season. LOL. Okay, Ola, I want you to talk about Klopp's last game at Anfield, the scenes at the end of the game, and what you think. What are you thinking going forward?
Well, Klopp, when he was making his speech, he started making a new chant for the new manager that the fans should be singing, and it's not. He was basically making the song for the new manager coming in. That's personifies the kind of person he is. He's always quick to share credits. I mean, and I think to his detriment, because some people, they'll say, this guy is not tactically aware. It's just all about Mr. Give free hugs up and down. It doesn't know anything except to motivate. But that takes away from his tactical nous, and because he's very quick to disseminate credits, people think he's just this friendly, happy, big tits guy that's just jumping up and down on the touchlines. But he's more than that. And I think people will realize when he's gone now, people are getting to see that, okay, this guy was more than that, It's just a good human being. Of course, he has his flaws. He's a bad loser. When you see him in interviews, he's always angry at the reporter, he's angry at questions. But many of the things and many of the issues he brings up are like legit concerns for the sport as a whole. Of course, he protected Liverpool a lot, but many of the things he says are for the good of the sport, which many managers don't do. Many managers just imagine. There was one interview, they asked him when they were talking about VAR, I know we're going to come to VAR later, they asked him that, what does he think about VAR? And he said, well, Liverpool have suffered a bit from VAR, but he said Wolves are the champions of suffering from VAR this season. So for him to even have the awareness to say that another club actually suffered more, how many managers will do that? Every manager feels they are the worst treated by officiating. But he was even saying, and it's true, Wolves have been decimated by VAR this season. Yeah. So that's just an example of Klopp. He thinks about the good of the game. Like, let's not overwork the players. Let's not kill them with too many matches. But some fans will have you believe that Klopp ended this season trophyless because Carabao Cup apparently doesn't count as a trophy. Somebody's looking at me there because I'm sure they did this to you last year, Oga Kwame, when Man United finished third and won the Carabao Cup. I'm sure Arsenal fans were telling you finished trophy-less, and they had the better season than you. They are doing that to Liverpool fans too.
They call it teapot.
They were doing that to Liverpool fans today too. That our Carabao Cup is nothing. That's what they're telling us. They're telling us it's trophy-less. So that means Klopp has had a trophy-less season.
That you achieved a trophy, but that does not make you. That doesn't mean you had a better season.
Okay, so Arsenal qualified for Champions League, Liverpool qualified for Champions League, and won a trophy. How is that not a better season by Liverpool?
That's very objective. But if you think about the season, the league, we did better in the league than you guys.
Yes, but we won the trophy and you didn't win the trophy. And we still qualified for the same Champions League you qualified for.
I understand, but like, just performance-wise, we did better than you guys. The trophy is
how many points? You're talking as if you finished 20 points ahead of Liverpool. I don't understand this Arsenal fans. Oga Kwame, see what I'm saying? And they say we should not throw them.
But not substantial trophy in ranking.
They say we should not throw them. Which kind of logic is this that you finished third? You're trading on.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Like this, can you truly say that Liverpool had a better squad than Arsenal this season?
Let me answer.
Performance-wise, I don't know why the trophy, which is a one-off competition, should come into play.
Let me tell you something.
It was like
it's still a trophy, though. Please go ahead.
I think that's fair to say that, and we can agree to disagree. But
your squad is more expensive than ours. You had a higher base going into the season. Liverpool finished 5th last season. You finished 2nd last season. So you had a higher base going into the season. So Liverpool finished from 5th. We moved to 3rd. We moved from 5th to 3rd and won a trophy. How can you say?
But you also dropped from 1st to 3rd in this season alone. So, like, if you're talking about
what does that matter? What does that matter? 1st to 3rd.
You also dropped from 1st to 2nd.
You also dropped from 1st to 2nd.
By December, you were leading the league. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
How many days? Okay, let me tell you how many days Arsenal led the league. Arsenal led the league
the most this year. You led the league the most this year.
By 12 days more than Arsenal. So what's the 12 days? It's not like 290 days.
The point.
Like Arsenal led the league. I don't understand.
I didn't say we did better than anybody. Except
no,
for United.
You did. That's what you guys.
Why am I catching strays? First of all, EJ, the point is this. Yes, you finished higher than Liverpool this season. Yes, you did. But they've had a better season than you, point blank, period. And you cannot deny it. I can tell you. This is how wild Arsenal fans are. If you had won the Europa League, they would still have said that you didn't have a good season.
Yes, that's what they would say.
That's what they would have said.
Yes. They would have said the same.
Keep moving.
2 weeks ago, you're trying to say that Manchester United had a better last few years because they won the Carling Cup compared to Arsenal that has clearly progressing. It's clearly progressing over season. And you said that you've won more trophies than us in the last 5 years because you won Carling Cup. When we also won FA Cup, you said we're equal. I'm like, what are you talking about?
We're not talking about Manchester. We're not talking about Manchester. We're talking about Liverpool and Arsenal this season.
Okay, I'm just telling you that I don't see it that way. I understand. You guys are very boys are like this. You guys are very numbers. Okay, 1 is equal to 1. That's fine. I'll let it go. You did better than us this season. Go on.
I think Liverpool did better than you. I think Liverpool did better.
That's objectively sure.
Yeah.
You're a Carabao Cup, no cup at all.
EJ, it's not even personally just you. I mean, Arsenal fans generally, the ones I see, many of them say it. So it's not just you. So don't feel like this just aimed at you. But I don't know why it's just your fans that do that.
Along the same lines.
But that means you're thinking around the wrong lines.
Exactly.
Delusional.
Delusional. Like the year we won FA Cup. What year did we win the FA Cup? 2020.
I can never diss FA Cup. I can never diss FA Cup. I will never be one of those. Maybe United fans did, but you will never see even Liverpool fans generally who diss. Who would diss FA Cup?
Because we finished that year, and all I heard is that Arsenal finished 8-8-8, and we kept being insulted for that. No one would have ever said I finished better than Manchester United that finished 3rd that year or whatever you guys finished. So I don't know.
Let's go into the next one.
We had a better season that year than you. We finished 8 and won the FA Cup. We have a better season than United.
Which year was this? Arteta's first season, Abi.
2020. We finished.
It wasn't even Arteta's first season. It was Arteta finishing Unai Emery's season.
No, don't put it like that because he beat Arteta was the person that
finished Unai Emery's season. Emery got sacked. Emery got sacked, and Arteta came in and finished the season. The last few games of the season, he finished it and won the FA Cup with Emery's squad.
Fully start in January. So what are you talking about? Who won the FA Cup?
Arteta won the FA Cup.
Okay.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say is this. He won it not in his first season. When he was finishing Unai Emery's season, he won it. Using Unai Emery's players is what he won it with.
He coached the players that Unai Emery couldn't coach and was losing all his games.
Don't vex EJ with this Unai Emery.
No. You know what, EJ? I'll take it a step further. And not because I'm trying to get a reaction out of you. I would argue that had Aston Villa gotten to the final of that Europa League, they would have had a better season than you.
You're on drugs.
Even if actually no, had Aston Villa won the Europa League, had Aston Villa won the Europa League, I would say they had a better season than you.
Drugs.
I know.
And you in Conference Cup. First of all,
you gave me the drugs.
In Conference Cup. I'm not sure what the heck.
Let me put it this way. Last season, West Ham had a better season than you.
They came for me last season because of that.
West Ham had a better season than you.
I think I see it now.
Yeah.
I see you guys' points.
Yeah.
And I'll let you have it. So any team that wins the trophy does better than a team that doesn't win the trophy. Got it. Move on.
No, okay. Let's.
We're
moving on. Staying on you, EJ. Tell me who your most over. So we're gonna do most overrated player and manager, most underrated player and manager this season. You go. Let's start with players. Let's start with overrated players.
Overrated player. I'm gonna go with Cole Palmer, and he won Young Boy of the Year. I'm okay with that because the Young Boy of the Year means nothing to me. But
oh my goodness,
I think it's a good trophy it's a good honor to have, even though I think my boy Saka has been rubbed over all the years. But that's okay. The reason I say that is because he finished sixth on the team, which credit to Chelsea from coming from where they came from and finishing sixth. That's good. But like a lot of the goals he scored was penalty goals and all of that. And they're just ready to crown him as the new king of the EPL. I feel like we need to see another season of this. So I'm going to call him overrated for now. Okay. And then coach-wise, I'm going to go with my enemy. Y'all know who it is.
Unai Emery. She don't start.
That guy, that's true. You lost 5-0 today. You lost 5-0 today at Crystal Palace because nothing matters anymore. 2 or 3 days before he played Arsenal, he went to City, took useless players and lost like.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with that.
Half a team to play, so it looked like match fixing. He's not serious, and he's going to capitulate next season. He's going to show you guys his true colors. That's like,
okay, Alan, who's your overrated player and manager?
Okay, overrated manager, the Pep disciple, the one who was his captain, and everybody was like, "Oh, this guy wears face cap, so he's wearing face cap with a jacket. So he must be really cool at tactics." Vincent Forehead Company, overrated manager. He came to the Premier League. He was forming big boy. Oh, I know all the tactics in this world. I was coach under Pep. Oh, I'm going to be attacking with the most useless players ever without a defense, and I'm going to stay up. Yes. How did that work out for you?
How did that work out? Yes.
Overrated by far. He didn't do nothing. He didn't adapt. Even when, it's true they didn't spend a lot of money, but there are teams that didn't spend money that stayed up. Yes. So you can't even hide behind that fact. So yeah, overrated. I don't know. I think he's going to quit on Burnley. I'm sure he's not going to stay there. He doesn't want to stay there next season, I'm sure. But we'll see how it goes. Overrated player. I think I'll go with Jeremy Doku. He gives me flashbacks of Pius Ikedia. He gives me flashbacks Yes. All this leg over, and people will be shouting, "Oh man, look at that guy! He has fantastic dribbling skills." Where's the end product? Yeah, he's dangerous, but there's a reason why Pep started benching him even when Jack Grealish wasn't fit. In the running, you see Pep didn't trust him. He didn't trust him to start many games. Was just putting the boy or just putting him there like 20 minutes to go, he'll throw him on. Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason when Jack Grealish was not fit, but even then, Doku was not starting all the games towards the end.
Yep.
Because that boy still needs to mature. But for some reason, people think he's one superstar. For me, he's not a superstar yet. No. He has a long way to go. So overrated player, Doku, for me.
Yep. Let me take comments before I answer the same question. Actually, Ayo goes, Klopp is an amazing manager. His philosophy of ball management aligns with mine. I will miss him. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm, but
no, it's true.
Oh, okay.
He's on it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Klopp is an amazing manager. The EPL will definitely miss him. I mean, I actually don't care. I'm glad it's gone for obvious reasons.
I trust you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to. Get out of here. LOL. I am staying out of this conversation. Everybody goes, this conversation is interesting. Yeah, listen. Every time, guys, I want you guys to understand that every time EJ is hurt, the conversation is always interesting. Get out your popcorn, put that shit in the microwave, and just sit down and kick your feet up.
What part is he referring to?
I'm telling you right now. EJ sees it now.
I what?
My right saying you see it now. Well, we're talking about the whole who are the better season.
Oh, the trophy. Yeah, I agree now. I don't agree, but I'm understanding.
You agree.
One trophy means that you're better than everyone. Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. I can go. Seems like Ola hates company more than I do. Salute, bro. Yeah. I remember when they got promoted. NBC did a whole special on them and how JJ Watt bought stake in Burnley, blah, 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 talking about Winston Company. Get out of here, bro. Man's face cap cannot even fit his head. Get out of here. Overrated player, Cody Gakpo. Whoa.
Nice. No comment.
Overrated manager, Eric Ten Hag. Dial Klopp is amazing. Must suck he had to coach at the same time as the GOAT coach. It denied him of his flowers. I think that's true. For me, overrated, I was going to go with Jeremy Doku for overrated player as well, but I'm just going to go with something else. I wanted to go with Bukayo Saka just to piss off EJ, but I think she's sufficiently pissed off. So, but really, my overrated player, I mean, just has to be Marcus Rashford. I've been on this hill for a long time, and I'm never getting off it. Marcus Rashford has to be the most overrated player I've ever seen in my entire life. The man is simply an athlete. He's not a football player. There's a difference between somebody who plays football and a footballer, right? A footballer actually has the skill to play football. Somebody who plays football is just that, somebody who plays football. It could be me, it could be EJ, it could be anybody playing football. If Marcus Rashford weren't born in Manchester, he'd be selling gala in Lagos traffic using the space. So I don't think I don't see what people see in that guy. I don't see what people see in that guy. The man is just, when he has a purple patch, the whole world, gets horny and shit, but whatever. Overrated manager. Overrated manager. I don't have an answer yet. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet because I didn't prepare for this show. Honestly, but Dio says his overrated manager is De Zerbi. That's a good one. That's a great shout. That is a great shout. That's a great shout. That's a great shout. But for overrated manager, honestly, I think. I mean, I was gonna say Eric Ten Hag, but I beat me to it. I actually think I'll go with Pochettino. Really, I'll go with Pochettino. I think yes, they finished number 6. They look like they're in a resurgence. I think we'll see what their true colors are next season. They go back down.
Can I play small advocate for Ten Hag? Don't bite me. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool fan that seemingly wants to defend the United coach. But there was something he said in one interview. Of course, it was with Gary Neville, but there was something he said that resonated. He said last season, United changed centre-back partnership only 3 times the whole season. And United kept highest number of clean sheets. Their defense was good. They finished 3rd. Stability at the back. This season, centre-back partnerships, 20-something. The injuries have decimated. And the reason why I resonated with that, now I'm not excusing his other flaws, but man, injuries don't help. And I'm still going to come back to it when we go to the underrated player. I'll come back to it. I'll tell you why I resonated with that. The season after Liverpool won the league, we had so many injuries, started playing Henderson and Fabinho at centre back. Henderson and Fabinho at centre back. And we lost six games at home straight. Mm-hmm. 6 straight home defeats. That shows the extent how injuries, especially to your defense, how it compromises the integrity of the whole team. Now, of course, Ten Hag has his own flaws, but I'm just saying, I wouldn't say he's overrated as a manager until I see him next season. Maybe if United don't have as many injuries, because to be honest, you guys were decimated by injuries. I know you guys, you don't like to play that card, unlike some fans who continually bang on it. But United have suffered a lot of injuries this season, and I think that plays a factor in Ten Hag's performance this season. And you might still win the FA Cup. Don't forget, you might still win the FA Cup. So I'm just trying to be rational, but of course, I love Ten Hag. They stay forever. And end of eras. Long live the end of eras. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Well, on that note, I'm going to.
Can I ask why do you call him end of eras?
That's what he called himself. He said, eras come to an end. He said, eras come to an end.
Wow. In his first interview at Manchester United, they were asking him about
interview.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah. Well, I hear you, Ola. I hear you. I'm not even. I don't want to waste podcast time on that conversation right now. Let's go to the underrated. Let's go to the underrated. So I'll start with you, Ola. Who do you think is the underrated coach and manager?
I'll start with player William Saliba.
I'm sorry, I said coach and manager. Coach and player. Sorry.
Coach and player. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll start with player first. William Saliba. I've been a big fan of this guy since last season, and I think him getting injured, I've been saying repeatedly, I've been on this, I've been on this horse since last season. Him getting injured last season cost Arsenal the title, in my opinion, because that guy, there's something special about him. And in fact, this season, I'm surprised how Van Dijk had a good season, but for some reason, it seems like Van Dijk got a nomination ahead of him for player of the season, ahead of Saliba. I was like, how did that happen? I love Van Dijk, but man, I don't think he had a better season than Saliba. I love that boy. I think it's just class. It's just a class defender. And I think him being with Arsenal for the next few years gives Arsenal a very good chance of winning the league if he continually stays fit. I mean, this season he has had no injuries. I kept saying last season, I said, this guy getting injured last season was a real big factor because Arsenal started leaking goals when they were not really leaking goals before he got injured. So for me, he's really underrated. I think people should rate him higher than he is at the moment. Underrated manager Gary O'Neill of Wolves. I like that guy. I think he's a very good coach. I think he got Ashley treated by was it Bournemouth, who kicked him out last season after he kept them up. He got Ashley and they imagine he kept them up safely. I mean comfortably, and then they kicked him out. And he went to Wolves and he's done a good job with Wolves this season, despite suffering the highest number of. I mean, I've never seen a season in which one particular, even today, the Liverpool game today, excuse me, they got a red card, which in my opinion should not have been a red card. It was at worst orange, at worst. But then the referee gave a yellow card, and then VAR told the referee to go there, and they upgraded it to red card. Like that's how Wolves have suffered from the first game of this season all the way to the end. Against United from the first game. Yep. I mean, I've never seen a team targeted so badly. I mean, it feels like the worst conspiracy in the world. They've just been so badly treated, and it still finished comfortably like mid-table with all the bad decisions that they had. So for me, he's underrated as a manager. I like Gary O'Neill.
Okay.
Am I next? Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to add someone to that overrated coach, and that's Ange from Tottenham. The reason I'm including him is that he won London Coach of the Year. I'm like, how? When my coach was there for the taking, you give this man. Anyway, that's a different thing. They're ready to crown him as the king of London when after 4 games of the season. If you guys remember, Tottenham was.
I remember.
After and then we were like 15th. I don't know.
He won manager of the month 3 times.
Yep.
I'm like, what is this? Anyway. Then he lost 8 games at the end of whatever. Now we said underrated, right? Underrated player. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Bukayo Saka, and I want to say this on camera. My guy has been terribly treated by the media and fans, including fans of Arsenal. Always accusing him of not having a good game. Always accusing him of limping. I think someone said on Facebook today. I was like, there's almost like a stigma associated with Bukayo Saka of being someone who's maybe faking injury by limping every time he gets hit. And I'm like, what are we talking about here? when we know that people are targeting him every single time on that wing. And then he finishes with the highest number of goals and assists on our team. And our fans can't even rate him. Our fans can't. They're putting, which I'm okay with putting Declan first. I think Declan changed our squad. Like what Declan brought to our team is the reason why we even came close. So if you see him breaking up plays in the back there, you're going to be like, wow, that's Declan. But Bukayo Saka is like so underrated in our squad that I can't imagine that we'll be anywhere near where we are if he didn't provide all those goals and assists against the big clubs that he was doing this year. And people still think he had a terrible season. Like I said, this guy had the highest number of goals and assists for Arsenal. So yeah, he's my underrated player of the year. And he didn't get a nom for best player of the season, but he got one for best young player, which always makes me wonder what the heck they're talking about. Now, you said best underrated coach. Coach. I had a coach in my head. Who did I have? It wasn't Wolves I was thinking about. Was it Luton?
Oh, Rob Edwards?
They got relegated.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. I thought he did okay, but they always lost the games anyway. It's just that they played well in all the games that they played in, but they will still lose. But that's not who I can't remember. Sorry, I can't come back to me. I can't remember.
Yeah. After comments, they're flying in on this topic. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Oh, where did this? Overrated manager Deserbi. Ayo goals. Underrated manager Sean Dyche. Yep.
That's who I wanted. Sorry, that is who I was thinking.
And still finish mid-table. Yeah. Ayo goals again. United underlying performance. XG differences. We should be 15th on the table. 15th. I was gonna say that. I was like,
XG people don't come again. XG people don't come again.
Listen, I think we need a new stat category for Ayo. Expected stats. A podcast. Seriously, we need but I one of those people who even last season and this season, where we are on the table, it does not reflect where we should be. We should be lower. We should have been lower than where we finished last season. And this season, we probably should be lower as well. Dio goes, overrated player, Lisandro Martinez. This man is on crack, bro. Lisandro Martinez, he's a mess. We see he's good. We never see this good Licha Martinez. He's a mirage. His rating is based on what he could have. What are you talking? Same Dio goes, overrated player, Thiago, no idea ball, Alcantara.
He hasn't played this season. He played only one match this season.
Yeah. Underrated player, Alexander Isak. I don't think Isak is underrated. People appreciate him.
I think so.
Yeah. Underrated player, Diogo Jota. Akin goes, Ola, I love your point on ETH until the end of era's comment. I'm dead. Underrated manager Ten Hag. Listen, my brother's smoking crack, vegan crack. Underrated manager or next rated Oliver Glasner. Ayo goes, I'm shocked that Arsenal fans don't rate Saka. I actually see Arsenal fans riding for him. I think
more half and half, right? Yeah.
Half and half. Yeah.
Underrated player Anthony Gordon. I will say I agree with that. One of my underrateds as well is Edson Alvarez from West Ham. I think the boy is a solid DM. The guy has very good spatial awareness. I think of course he plays at West Ham. People are not going to notice that much. They didn't. I mean, Declan Rice left, but they didn't really feel his absence, and I think it's because of Edson Alvarez. Underrated manager. I mean, you guys have pretty much said most of it. I agree with the Oliver Glasner shout, but I think Andoni Iraola underrated, massively underrated. And you talked about Gary O'Neill at Wolves. I want to put Marco Silva in that mix as well. I know it's Fulham, but anyway. Next topic. Moment of the EPL season. Jesus.
Jeez.
Ola, you wanna start us off on this?
To be honest, maybe because it's recency bias. I mean, Heung-min Son going through, and then 1-on-1, chance to score. I don't know. I'm not trolling, but I mean,
was it 1-1? Was it 1-0 City at that time?
1-0. 83 minutes. So it was like if the scored, there was a high likelihood that the match finished in a draw, which would have won Arsenal the league. And I'm not trolling. I'm just thinking, if I flash back to this season in 5, the way people flash back to 2014 and remember Gerrard's slip, I'm thinking in 5 years' time, when I flash back to this season, that's what I'll remember. I'll just remember some going through with a chance to win Arsenal the league, basically, and then messing it up. I mean, so that's the moment of the season. But I mean, sorry?
And then hugging Pep at the end.
And then laughing with Pep at the end. Say, good job, my son. Good job, my son.
I think that's Manchester City's 117th charge. I think that's 117th. Okay, EJ.
But I still don't think it was dodgy, though. I think it was just a good save by the keeper, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
One of those things.
Best moment. Let me pick a moment that was interesting to me. I think maybe our Arsenal over Chelsea victory. Mostly because, Havertz scored like a couple goals, and I mean, you guys know how it was over like the beginning of the season, how even Arsenal fans were so angry at how I was number 1 Havertz, maybe number 2 or 3 Havertz hater.
Yeah.
And Chelsea was laughing at selling us Havertz because apparently you guys keep falling for our loser players. So, Havertz comes and he scores. We beat them 5-0 after they drew us at their house earlier in the season, which is one of the reasons why we didn't win this league. But yeah, so 5-0, 2 goals from Havertz. That was just like the perfect night. That's what I can remember for now. Like, I'm sure we had, I think beating City also for us was a great moment because we've not beaten City in years. Yeah, we've not beaten Pep at all. Except for so that was a good moment too. But I think I liked the energy at Chelsea, the Chelsea victory for us.
Yeah,
I hope Dada is watching, so that will get a chance to feed you some nuts.
my moment of the season was Coventry City. It was when they equalized. Actually, remember they scored a winning goal that got ruled off. That was it for me. That was, I mean, I was already Ten Hag out since then, but that was, when they say like you've not seen the end of the free fall, that was the end of the free fall for me. That's when it dawned on me that Manchester United are no longer a football club. So that was my moment of the season. Anyway, let me take comments. No. I have 2. One, Garnacho's overhead kick at 3 minutes. Another person who's overrated. 2, Doku's kick on McAllister not being given as a penalty and kept City in the title race. Yep. Diago's moment of the season was Saka's dive versus Neuer, and Odegaard photography said, Odegaard as a photographer. I love that one. I think Odegaard can take photo of Arsenal not winning the league, and that would be great. Adebayo goes, moment of the season is City winning the 4th straight. Thanks to Liverpool, it'll have been 7.
Yeah, 7 straight. Imagine 7 straight.
Let's talk about VAR. I think there was a vote by the Premier League club.
Proposal for a vote. So it's on the table. Are we gonna keep VAR in the Premier League, or are we not going to? VAR has been very, very, very divisive. And I just want to point out that it is one thing that cuts across every club. Every club will suffer from it. Every club will benefit from it, but some more than others. And I think that's, Ola was talking about Wolves. Wolves have just been unlucky with VAR. Are you keeping VAR, Ola? Are you scrapping it? Oh, well, in the current way they use it, I'll scrap it. The current way they use it. I mean, from time, I always go back to my conversation with EJ whenever I came out. We used to talk about, maybe they should bring in a challenge system like tennis, make it that way, so the VAR is not so intrusive. I just mean at the moment it's just so annoying for everybody. All the fans are pissed. Well, not all the fans, but I'm sure majority of fans are pissed off with it. Like nobody really likes it. And I think if the Premier League want to get rid of it, they need 14 clubs to vote, so they need two-thirds. I'm not sure they'll get two-thirds. I think some of them want to keep the status quo. Immediately club said, oh, if it would have voted to scrap it. The next day there was a counter story from Liverpool saying, Liverpool will vote to keep it. So, and I think I feel most of the clubs will vote to keep it, but maybe they'll just try and put pressure on. I just think it got worse since Howard Webb got there. I mean, it was bad before, but Howard Webb has done I don't know how he's still in a job, to be honest, because I mean, the outrageous decisions we've seen this season, not just Liverpool. I mean, it has cut across every single club has at least 5 incidents they can point to and say, look, even that Coventry one, that's in the FA Cup, that's another shambles because in some of the rounds, they don't use the VAR. They don't use VAR in some stadiums. So why using VAR maybe in semi-final, but you're not using some match? You say, okay, some of the stadiums don't have. It's just a shambles. It's either you use it or you don't use it. Why are you now using VAR? And then it was even so tight. Sometimes they'll even draw the line like, are you sure this line is not manipulated when they draw the offside line? But what's even worse for me is the way it's like, when I say the way it's used, what annoys me, it's like they just back up what the referee on the pitch does most of the time. So if the referee looks at something and say, oh, that's not a penalty, it's very difficult for VAR to say, oh, yeah, go and look at it. In fact, there was a story that came out about Michael Oliver, and this has been floating around, that there was one time they told him to go to the monitor to look at the decision, to reverse the decision, and he was so angry because he's so full of ego. He said they should never send him to the monitor again. So it took a long time. So like people were actually monitoring him to see all the games he was officiating. How many times does he go to the monitor? It was only towards the end of the season. Now finally went to the monitor again. That shows the ego these people are working with. They feel like, oh, we're above mistakes, so don't tell me to go to the monitor. I say, why? That's not the reason for VAR, and that's the mentality of these British referees. They are using it the wrong way. They're using it to back themselves up and back themselves up. Like, oh, okay, that's a bad decision, but I'll back that guy up because I don't want to make it a show of him. It's just ridiculous. So, in answer to your question, in the way they're using it now, I'll scrap it because it's not doing any good for us. Everybody is suffering from it. You can't even celebrate goals well. Sometimes you want to celebrate a goal, then you start holding yourself back. Like, oh man, that might be offside. VAR is going to look at that. Let me not celebrate too much. So I just think it's a killjoy. They're not using it properly. Yeah, scrap it.
EJ?
I mean, I agree with all that because we've had conversations about this, but I can't say we should scrap it. I just feel like we need to figure out how to work well with it. These issues that you pointed out they're kind of insane. So to hear that a referee believes that he's too big for his colleagues to correct him in the moment, therefore they're afraid to correct him. And even apart from that, we know what the other one, Mike Dean, said about how I was having a bad day. I didn't want to. What? If you don't tell me that there was a foul in the box, what is going on? So no, the reason I say that is because without the technology, some of the obvious things won't be called if you can't dispute it. So that's why I want some kind of technology, and maybe that just means the offside technology. So although you know more than me about the offside, that was
semi-automated.
If I can get that, honestly, do I need someone telling me that it's really a penalty when it's not? Or it's not what it is. I don't know about that.
Sorry, let me just jump in. And that's another thing to back up what I was saying about the ego and pride. Semi-automated offside has been in use for 2 years. Premier League said we will not use it.
Yep.
We will not use it. Until now, they now finally got a vote and then I said, okay, we'll use it next season. Why? Yeah. Why can't you use something that's even making things better in other leagues, in the Champions League? No, they said no. They voted twice. They said, no, we will not use it. We don't need it. We will not use it. So that's one of the things I'm saying, that I think it's the ego and pride that gets in the way of them doing the better job. So maybe they should just import referees. Import referees to come and do the job for them there. That maybe, honestly.
Yeah. I don't think scrapping VAR is the answer, honestly. I think even putting that vote on the table, contemplating scrapping VAR, I see this as a lazy tactic from the league. And this is why. Because if they vote to keep VAR and VAR continues doing the nonsense it's doing next season, they're going to be like, you guys told us to keep it, so we kept it. What we really want, what we're really complaining about is how you guys use the technology. The technology is great. So it's much more of a hard work for them to actually, put the egos of the refs to the side, remove a lot of powers from these refs, actually ref the game in a more honest and with more integrity. It's very hard for them to do that, and that's why it's become so binary for them. Oh, if you guys don't want it, we're gonna throw it away. No. We're not asking you to throw it away. We're just asking you to use it well, and that is where other leagues and other competitions excel, and the Premier League doesn't. So look, they need to, and I believe that this is just, it's a training thing. It's a training thing. How are these refs and assistant refs trained, and the VAR refs? How are they trained on how to use the technology? I want to see that. You know how some United fans say we want to see what they are doing in training. That's what I want to see, what they're doing in training. Seriously, because it's possible at this point. And I'll take this comment. I think it was Adebayo that said we saw they used VAR at AFCON and there wasn't much of a debate about it. In my opinion, point system won't work, and it's people behind it that are the problem. Exactly. It's not. It's the people behind it. It's a people thing. It's not the technology. Let me take more comments because they were flying in on the VAR topic. Some guy says VAR isn't the problem, it's the people interpreting that are the problems. Daya goes, VAR is a good technology. The implementation in England is the problem, not the technology in Europe. It's better used. I just want consistency. Pick any crazy rule, just be consistent. Exactly. If it was a penalty last week, it should be a penalty this week. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. They use VAR at AFCON. Yeah, we said that. Scrapping VAR, all your goals will bring just more conspiracy theories, e.g. Forrest calling the VAR a Luton fan. Yo, that was crazy.
Forrest, you're crazy, man. This is crazy.
The implementation of it especially is the subject nature of the decisions. Akin goes, keep VAR statistically, calls have improved from 82% to 95%. The problem with VAR is the human factor involved. And Henry goes, the issues are flexible, but I don't know if they can incorporate the additional technology and make consistent logical decisions with appropriate rationale. So it looks like most people actually want VAR. We just want you to use it well. Right? That's all. That's all there is. We just need you guys to use it well. Now, we have come to the segment where we talk about non-football related topic, and what Ayo has chosen. Was it Ayo that chose this topic, or who picked it?
It was me. I needed comedy relief. I knew I was going to come here sad, so I needed something.
You need comedy relief. You should watch Manchester United now. What's wrong with you?
That's one of my top three. That's one of my top three.
Okay, well, since you started it, kick us off then.
Jamie. Yeah. Manchester United, of course, the top three favorite comedy show. They're number three position. No, seriously. But you guys, I mean, for some reason, I don't know why you guys believe you can't win the FA Cup. Stranger things have happened, You might still win the trophy this season. So I won't call you guys a comedy TV show yet, because you might still win the FA Cup. There's still a chance.
Can I say something real quick? If not that, my hatred for United runs so deep. It would be nice for City to only win one trophy this year. It just runs too deep. I can't do it.
Please tell us your favorite comedy shows.
Don't let DJ talk to you again. Okay, number three, Fuji House of Commotion. I'm sure some of you remember from back home in the days. Growing up, it was just, the consistency of the quality of the writing. Even many of the characters and many of the phrases I still use in my everyday life come from that show. Yep. My begging prayer, peace, peaceful peace. That's his wife. It was just a fantastic, well written show, and it was one of my favorite comedies. Nigerian comedies of all time. Number two, maybe the geek in me says Big Bang Theory, and the reason being it made being a geek cool in a way. Of course, towards the end, it wasn't as funny again because they just kept repeating a lot of the same tropes. But there are a lot of laughs. It was one of the shows I know I could watch again and again and still laugh, even though I know what's coming. And number one, I'll put Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And the reason I put Brooklyn Nine-Nine is it was a good comedy show, but it tackled a lot of social issues too. Like, I mean, it was like there are many childish elements to the show, but like they still delved into like proper adult themes and proper societal problems. So yeah, so I put Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's probably my favorite. I'm not saying those are the best, but just my favorite. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Mine would be my number one favorite all-time comedy show is Friends. And I know sounds crazy, but I just love Friends. I've watched every single season, every single episode. I don't know, maybe 6-7 times over. After that one, I would say Curb Your Enthusiasm. I just like the dry. I like dry humor. I love it. Curb is number 2, and number 3 is Martin. I love
Martin. Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, I love Martin. Yeah.
But quick question about Friends. But people used to ask that if Friends was set now, like in this era, they would have to put at least maybe 2 black friends,
absolutely,
a couple of gay guys. That's just like all white cast.
Absolutely, Friends couldn't have gotten away with an all white cast if they're
no
set.
way.
All white, all straight now.
All white, all
straight. No way.
EJ, go ahead.
For me, number 3, I'm going to go with something modern. I love Abbott Elementary. Such a good show.
That's a good show.
Very. I mean, it's kind of like The Office, right? I don't really like The Office, but I mean, like the whole camera, breaking the third one with the camera.
Yeah.
I really like that show. Very comedic. Number 2, let's go with Modern Family. Modern Family. That's number 3.
Oh.
Number 2, Modern Family is hilarious.
I've never watched Modern Family. I never. Really
it's good. Yeah. It's good. Actually, good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good. And then number 1, Jola, Friends. Friends is the best show ever. Like, I understand that. Oh my God,
it is
best show ever. And most people pick between Friends and Seinfeld in the 90s. And if you're a team Friends, I already know what kind of person. Even though I'm surprised me and Jola are the same kind of people. I don't understand that. But like, I know what kind of person you are if you like Friends.
Yeah.
That's every episode is rewatchable.
Exactly.
At least 5 times.
Like I can start with reciting Friends lines, and it's still fun to watch. It doesn't matter how many times I've watched it. So good. Good.
Yeah.
Ayo goes Seinfeld for my dry humor. Fresh Prince, yes.
Fresh Prince.
And Boondocks. Yeah. Fuji House is a great shout. Yep.
I still remember the song. Not that well.
Fuji House of
Ladies and gentlemen, we are done with today's podcast. Listen, the season is over, but the cooking is not over. Okay, the season might be over. And look, I'm over here talking. I'll probably get cooked next week. Is it next weekend? The FA Cup final? Yeah, I might be sitting here. I might be sitting here on the frying pan with oil on my face, getting cooked. So I'm just saying. But regardless of what happens, everybody that comes here has a constitutional right to cook and get cooked. So on that note, EJ, my sister, thank you for joining. Always good to see you. Always good to see you. Happy and sad. More so sad.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll leave you to roll up in your sheets and cry more for Klopp. I'm looking forward to what the bald egg in a suit will do to you guys next season. So I need material to cook with.
Ola, are you guys scared?
Huh?
Scared of?
Are you guys scared, Ola, about the new coach? Are you guys scared that there will be a drop off?
I don't know. The Dutch league is a tricky place to. Maybe this is a topic for another podcast. The Dutch league is a tricky place to know whether somebody is good or not. Is for me, in my opinion. Dutch league is very tricky. Yeah, very tricky to know. He has a good record there, but it's the Dutch league.
Can it translate? Yeah. Okay.
If from experience, I want to tell you that you're in for a very, very bad time.
Please, I can't cope with that now. Please, don't. Please, don't.
But yeah, thanks to you guys for joining us in the comments. Thanks to Ayot, to Henry, to Aki, my brother. Thanks to Dayo, Adebayo as well. Shout out to all of you. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do so at YouTube, or do so on YouTube. We're at Footy Fantasy. On Twitter, we're at Footy AD Fantasy, and on Instagram, we are at Fantasy Footy. And like I said in the beginning, we will have like a highlights version of this show uploaded within the next 48 hours or so. And until next week, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. Good night.
Hey,
We out.